They called her Red because the forest learned her name before the village did. Her cloak was stitched from old wool, dyed with berries her grandmother had crushed by hand. It was meant to make her visible on the road. It did not. The trees closed behind her, and the birds thinned their songs as she walked. The woods noticed her anyway. Her grandmother lived beyond the hollow trees, where roots broke the earth like knuckles and the wind never quite settled. Red carried bread, herbs, and a small jar of honey. Her mother warned her not of wolves, but of those who smiled too easily, and those who lingered too long at the edges of paths. Red met him at the bent pine. He stood where the road narrowed, tall and neatly dressed in a hunter's coat that bore no wear. His boots were clean. His eyes reflected more forests and sky. "Red," he said, before she told him her name. She slowed. "Do I know you?" "I watch this stretch of wood," he replied gently. "Nothing passes here unseen." He walked beside her for a time, careful not to touch. He asked about her grandmother, how old she was, whether she lived alone, whether she still kept animals. He spoke of family as though it were something that endured unnaturally long. "You've grown," he said at last, studying her as one studies fruit just before harvest. Just enough. When the road widened again, he stopped. "This is as far as I go," he said. "The rest belongs to you." Red did not look back. By the time she reached the cottage, dusk had thickened the trees. The door stood open, the hearth burned high. A stew simmered, rich with an unfamiliar smell. Her grandmother lay abed, face turned toward the wall. Her voice came slowly, stretched thin. "You must be tired," she said. "Eat first." Red sat. The meat pulled apart too easy. The broth clung to her tongue, heavy and warm. It tasted of herbs her grandmother never used. As she ate, the fire crackled sharply, as if warning. She finished the bowl anyway. "Waste is a sin in the woods," the voice murmured from the bed. The cat returned before the bowl cooled. It crept from the trees, thin and shaking, fur dulled as if rubbed with ash. It stopped at the threshold and would not cross, its eyes fixed on the bed. When Red reached toward it, the cat hissed and fled, retching in the dirt. That night Red did not sleep. The wind dragged its nails along the shutters. The fire burned too hot. The floor creaked, though no one walked. Near dawn, something brushed the door. The cat stood just beyond the threshold, fur raised, eyes fixed on the hearth. It did not enter. It raked its claws once, twice, against the stone, then vanished into the trees. Red did not follow it. She knelt where the claws had struck. The warmth there was wrong, too deep, too patient. She lifted the loose floorboard. Beneath it lay a braid cord she had known all her life. A cracked ring, bones scraped clean and stacked with care. The woods did not hide what they had already judged. The thing in the bed rose when the first light touched the floor. "You would have been mine either way," it said, its voice no longer pretending. "Blood remembers blood. I fed you what you must become." Red listened. Red nodded. She lifted the woodcutter's axe, her grandmother's axe. When it reached for her, she opened its belly with calm precision. When it fell, she took its head. When the body twitched, she waited until it did not. Only then did the cat cross the threshold. It stepped lightly, as if testing the world anew. Red left the cottage as the sun rose, her cloak darker than before. She did not return to the village the same. Some say the forest has been quieter since. Others say it is only watching more closely.